in our favorite city on planet Earth. We recently did a video in Paris where we tried different types of pastries, and if you watch the other videos in my channel, you've probably heard me saying that the French pastries are some of the best in the world, and I've also mentioned that the Japanese pastries can compete with the French pastries. Here in Japan you can find some of the most traditional pastries that have been around for decades or even centuries depending on the pastry, but there is also modern takes on these pastries. It's very common that a lot of Japanese chefs go to France to learn how to do pastry making the French style, and then they come back to Japan and then they give it their own twists and it becomes something completely unique. So in this video we will try a little bit of all of those different types. But first things first, to get some energy for this pastry tour, we are gonna go get some matcha. And there's a place here nearby that has really good quality matcha. We are here at the Nihonbashi district of Tokyo. It has been for a while the center of finance, but nowadays it's also dotted with lots of cool cafes, and a lot of cool people are coming here as well. So for starters, we are here at a place called IPPUKU&MATCHA. We are surrounded by skyscrapers, but at the same time it's full of greenery and full of flowers as well. It's a very nice and pleasant area to start the day.
Makes it very cool, even though the sun is shining, it really protects against the sun.
Ooh, this looks good. I'm excited. So this is the thick matcha latte?
Yeah.
This is the normal matcha latte, both iced, and then we got a little matcha tarts, and it has a matcha ice cream on top as well. Like the colors are so beautiful. Then you mix it up a little bit with the milk. Very refreshing in this warm day. Mine is already quite thick. Wow, and we got here the beautiful matcha tarts. It's a paste made of matcha with the ice cream on the top. At least it seems like it's an ice cream. Ah no, that's not an ice cream. So it's the matcha terrine. Perfect, because this place specializes in matcha terrine. Terrine? Terrine. Ooh, it's very strong. It's very strong, and this is actually an ice cream on the top. So it's a mix of the terrine with the ice cream on the top. The flavor of the matcha terrine is quite strong. So if you're a matcha lover, you're gonna love it. I don't know about you, but matcha gives me a lot of energy. And it's a very constant energy, unlike coffee, which brings me up and then brings me down. With matcha, I have energy for hours. And it's quite nice that this dough around it is very neutral in terms of flavor. It has a little bit of sweetness, and then the ice cream on top makes the whole thing come together very nicely.
Delicious. So what is this?
This is the matcha terrine. And this is what I meant by Japanese pastry chefs going to France, taking some of their inspiration from there and then making their own unique type of food. This terrine has French origin, and it's a dessert that in France they make it with chocolates, and the Japanese took it to the next level by making it with matcha. And the quality of the Japanese pastries is always top-notch. Like, they know how to balance the flavors really well here.
Yeah, there's never too much sugar in it. Smooth consistency, this terrine.
This should give us enough energy for the rest of the day, for sure. I love that despite the fact that we are in the middle of the city, surrounded by buildings, the streets are so clean, and there is lots of flowers everywhere. There's even some gardens on the top of the buildings. There is a confectionery shop here nearby that has more than 200 years of history. They have been serving pastries and confectionaries for the Kyoto Imperial Palace since 1803. Let's absorb some history now.
Let's do it.
So there is this big mall here called Koredo. They have the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3. This shop is located inside of the number 3. One thing that is very special about this place is that you can see the chef making the pastry right in front of you. So you pay 1,430 yen, and then you have the experience. You can request to the chef which pastry you want, and he makes right in front of you. And they also serve some green tea on the side. And the type of confectionery that they serve is called kyogashi. the pastries turned out to be very beautiful. Oh, and the matcha smells really good as well.
Yeah. The outside is steamed and the inside is white bean paste. But I love the rubbery consistency of the outside, and I love how all the flavors of the pastries we've tried so far are pretty simple in flavor. Like they have one or two main flavors, and those kind of make up the whole experience.
So you have this beautiful pink layer around it, and then the white inside. I really like how the pink, it's kind of like in a degradé style. So it goes from very light pink to more dark pink towards the end. This is an experience that it's not just for the palate, but it's also for the eyes. I would also like to mention that this is not your traditional dessert, it's more of an acquired taste. And if you don't like it, acquire some taste. Jokes aside, it's a really good opportunity to get to know a little bit more of Japanese culture through your stomach.
It was so cool to see how he made it.
And everything was very clean as well. As soon as he finishes, he sterilizes everything.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to take notes from.
To adopt in the house as well. It's quite beautiful here. Another traditional Japanese pastry in our list is called Dorayaki. I was looking for a place to have a good Dorayaki, but we passed in front of this place and it has an amazing smell of Dorayaki. It smells really fresh already, so let's give it a try. Chestnut. Okay. Oh, chestnut. Chestnut. Yeah. Just the chestnut. Chestnut. Yeah. We are now entering the Amazake Yokocho. It's a very interesting street with lots of shops where you can try different types of snacks.
I can smell it already.
Yeah, and this street has become very popular in the latest years with locals and visitors as well. So this is a nice shop that I wanted to check. It's a shop that specializes in tea. I think this is a good place to bring some quality tea back home.
True.
And they also have a cafe on the top. We've had quite a lot of tea already, so we're gonna skip that, but it's a good tip. Maybe we can check it out later. Okay, so we are trying to use Google Translate to understand what this shop is about.
It's a sweets specialty store, century-old shop.
It's from Taiwan, and it's made from Taro roots. Do you think we should try one? Oh, and they give it in a nice little bag. So let's see what is inside. You wanna open it?
All the cake I've had here so far has been very nice and moist. Never dry, never ever. Very subtle flavors. Delicious. I feel like there's a little bit of a heavy cream mixed with whatever it was.
Taro.
Taro. I don't know what that is, but...
Yeah, it's this type of fruit actually. It's a vegetable.
Interesting.
It's a starchy vegetable, but here in Japan they often use it in sweets as well. It's a little bit like a sweet potato, but more mild in taste. I can definitely feel the like some flavor of milk as well. This is so good.
Yeah, right?
By the way, taro is used not only in Japan as a sweet, but also in many different Asian countries, because this is actually a pastry that comes from Taiwan. This was such a good find. Highly recommend this shop. You can find lots of nice bentos here in the street as well. So we found here a shop that sells Sakura Mochi. Then look at these ones with peach. Because I've actually seen this peach laying around in other places. Oh, look at this. Do you want to use Google Translate so you can understand?
Broken starch.
Starch, dumplings,
Ah.
soybean.
Nice. And what is the name in Japanese?
Japanese call is warabi mochi.
Ah, warabi mochi.
Yes.
Warabi mochi.
Japanese traditional confectionery.
Peach jelly.
Peach jelly. Yes.
Okay. And it's this one.
Yes, this one. Same.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Maybe one of each?
Yes, peach jelly and warabi mochi. Ooh, and these are some rice crackers as well, which are very typical. Ah, and these are inspired by the season, by spring season, by sakura.
This is daifuku.
Daifuku.
Yes.
Red beans?
Rice cake and red bean paste.
Ah.
This is smooth bean paste and mashed bean paste.
Okay.
Well, recommendation is this.
Yeah? Okay. Now let's try this.
And then maybe one of these also?
Rice cake and smooth bean paste.
Uh-huh.
Cherry blossom smell.
Okay.
Yes. Date is today.
Today, yeah.
Yes.
We'll eat it right now.
Outside.
Yeah. Daifuku.
Yes.
And then?
Jelly. Momo jelly.
The
Peach
gel.
jelly, yes.
And the name in Japanese?
Momo. Japanese sweet is called momo.
Homomo.
Momo, yes.
Okay.
Japanese sweet called is monaka.
Monaka.
Yes.
Okay.
Japanese sweet called is warabi mochi.
Warabi mochi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
very much.
Please
Thank
enjoy
you.
your stay in Japan.
Thank you very much.
We hope to see you again. Take care.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
I had never heard of the term confection before in this context actually.
Yeah.
Beautiful bag.
Yeah, they always serve it in some beautiful bags. The reason why we are making this video is because one of my subscribers left a comment in one of my videos, the last pastry video that we had in France, in Paris, asking me to do a pastry video in Japan. And I thought this was a great idea, and I hope you guys can get inspired by it and maybe someday visit Japan as well. Shall we start with the dorayaki?
I forgot what that was, but let's do it.
Really nice. Okay, so we have here the dorayaki. Dorayaki is one of the most famous Japanese sweets. Oh, it smells so good. This one looks like it has a very generous filling. I'm really excited about it. So it's this Japanese cake around it and filled with the red bean paste. So
We're eating a lot of red bean paste today.
the cake around it is very fluffy.
It's very soft. Very good.
And it's freshly baked.
I love the consistency. Oh, this I feel we've had before.
So this one has chestnuts inside.
Yes, I knew it.
This one is delicious, I know for sure. Oh my god. Wow. So the inside has lots of pieces of chestnuts with the cream of chestnuts as well. This is very different than the one we had before because we had the more manufactured version and this is more the artisanal version.
Wow. Very intense flavor.
Yeah.
And the outside is more paperish almost.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Yeah, the dough on the outside breaks really easily. Kind of feels like styrofoam a little bit. Like a very thin layer of styrofoam. Oh, and the paste is so good. And this is definitely more sweet than the other ones. Oh, so now let's try the ones we just got. I feel like these ones are gonna be more delicate in flavor. These two last ones are more sweet and more intense. It's really beautiful with the cherry blossom theme. Look at this. Yeah, during spring you see lots of cherry blossom themes, foods, pastries, drinks. This is the traditional daifuku. The peach jelly.
I'm very curious about this.
And what was that again?
Momo? Wait, it was there in the beginning of the shop.
Warabi mochi. Ooh. Interesting. Oh my god, this is so good. There is a whole peach inside and then a jelly around it. Really nice, really good. So here you can see the peach and then here around it is the jelly. And it's kind of like a mild peach compote.
Wow, delicious. Like everyone knows those cheap store-bought canned peaches that I used to love as a child. This is like the super good version of this, like the gourmet version of that.
Yes, I agree. Look how beautiful the packaging is. I love that here in Japan they take care of everything, not just the flavor of the food, but also the way that the food looks, the service, everything. It's like a whole package. So this was the warabi mochi. So we got here some of the powder and also some of the syrup, so we can spread around it. Yeah, ideally we would have a spoon to eat this, but this is like a gelatin made from sweet soybeans.
We just did the cinnamon challenge, but then with this.
I inhaled the whole powder at once.
What was this powder again? If anyone knows in the comments, please let us know.
So the warabi mochis are wagashi made from warabiko, covered or dipped in kinako. This is especially popular during summertime in Japan. And the starch comes from the stem of fern.
Oh, I love the consistency. Sauce is giving me salmiak a little bit.
Salmiak?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know if that's an English word. Like licorice a little bit. This has been such a different experience than the Paris video already.
Yeah. They have very unique pastries and confectionery here.
Yeah.
That most people don't usually hear about. Usually when you think of Japan, you think of sushi, but there's so much more to Japan. So now we are going to try the Sakura special. So on the inside there is some mochi, and then the outside is quite similar to the one we just had a little bit ago, with this sort of styrofoam-like thin layer. And it smells like cherry blossom.
You do taste the sakura. Really nice aftertaste.
So this is the daifuku, which is basically mochi, and mochi is a pounded rice cake. So it becomes it's kind of like a chewy sort of rice. You can see here, right? And then it has some powder on the bottom as well. You can see here some of the beans, some of the pieces of the beans, and the filling of the daifuku can change. Some of them have strawberry inside, but this time we're having the traditional one. The mochi is very chewy, and it also neutralizes the flavor a little bit because the inside is quite flavorful.
So this is similar to what we had in Takayama. There we had the one with strawberry inside, right?
Yeah.
Which was one of my favorite things that I've had so far.
But we should have a proper daifuku with strawberry as well.
I agree that it's a combination that makes it unique. Also in terms of indeed flavor, but also consistency. And I can see why she recommended getting the ones with the full beans, because then you have this bit of a bite inside.
Yeah.
Got the camera, that ass.
We took the metro and we came here all the way to Ginza to a store called Ginza Akebono. They are very famous for the strawberry daifuku. After we had the original daifuku, I was craving for the strawberry version of it. And since the strawberry version of the daifuku is seasonal, they don't sell it throughout the year. They only sell it until the 30th of April. And since we are here during spring season, we couldn't miss a chance to get it. We got here 2 pieces of it. here at the top of Minato, very near the Tokyo Tower. I don't know if you can see, well, you can see the very tip of the Tokyo Tower. I mean, I couldn't resist it. On the way here, we already tried a little piece of it, and it was just so amazing. This is literally my favorite Japanese sweets, strawberry daifuku. You can see here that they have this very big and juicy strawberry inside, and around it there is the red bean paste, and then the mochi on top of it. This is literally my favorite.
It's delicious with this very fresh and a sweet strawberry.
There's quite a lot of noise here. We're in the middle of Tokyo. Of course there is lots of noise. What do you expect? The quality of the strawberries here is on a whole nother level. I swear, you have to just try for yourself. Might seem like a simple dessert at first, but it's so good. Like the flavors mesh really well together. At the store, the lady was even saying that you have to consume it today. You cannot consume it tomorrow because the flavor will change. I really like that they inform you of that before you buy it. We tried a very similar sweet another day in Takayama, and I made a whole video about it as well, so make sure to check it out. And I see you guys on the next one.